Hello everybody, we're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild. I hope you all have been having a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the stream. Today we're going to be taking your suggestions for hunts and then going on them. Basically what we're going to do is we'll have you guys pick like 4 different... well actually, I think we can do 4 on YouTube, right? Yeah, it's 4. So basically, just let me know right now what species I should chase after, and then whichever ones I see the most will get put in a poll, and then the poll will get voted on. So let me know what you would like to see in the chat right now. Remember to only put it once. Do not put the same thing twice, because I will ignore it if it gets put in twice by the same person. So just type it once in chat, you know, don't spam excessively. Just type it once what animal you think I should go after. Hey, Revive, how's it going, man? Well, it looks like we're definitely going to have moose and turkey on the list, because I've seen a few people say each of those. And then, looks like water buffalo has a couple as well. And mule deer. Okay, so those are going to be the ones we start out with. Let's put that up to a poll real quickly. Alright, water, buffalo, turkey, moose, and mule deer. Alright guys, let's get the vote going. Let's see which one of these is going to win. This is going to be interesting because there's a lot of species on here that are quite loved by the community. Well, it looks like moose is ahead so far. Turkey is a nice second place. Mule deer sneaking away that third place, and water buffalo in last at the current moment, but it is still fluctuating quite a bit. Alright, Revive. Thank you, Thunderman. I am having a pretty good day. Can we choose weapons? I would, but that would take a long time if I did animal, weapon, and map. That would be a lot of time just doing polls and not actually hunting, so I think we'll just be voting on animals today. But yeah, it looks like moose is going to win, so let's head out and do some moose hunting. Hopefully we can actually get some. This is a moose time, so that's good. Alright guys, what do you think? Should we hunt them with the 338 or the 300 Magnum? We typically use the 300 Magnum quite a bit, so I'm kind of curious what the 338 would be like. I don't use that rifle too often. Looks like we got a good mix of 300 and 38 in the chat. Yeah, it looks like 338 wins. Alright, so let's get the 338 real quickly. Should be right there. And then we'll grab the 243 just in case we find like a diamond coyote or something. And I think that should be good. I think we should be golden. Beautiful. Alright, let's go chase after some moose. Looks like that's been hunted pretty heavily. We could check this area real quickly. Yeah, 470 is class 9 only, so I wouldn't be using it. It really is, hello, it really is. The 338 doesn't get too much use at all now that the 300's a thing. Like, it just doesn't get the love that it used to. Kind of an interesting place to see some resting whitetail. Don't really see them there too often. Yeah, the 470 is class 9 only. .470 is my favorite rabbit gun. It is quite effective against them, I gotta say. They don't stand a chance. I don't know, SK. I'm assuming it's on your end because I haven't seen anybody else mention it. Typically, if there's actually something wrong with my mic, I see a lot of people mentioning it. So I'm assuming you might need to refresh your stream or something. Alright, later, Eric. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of the night for you. That Melligator was wild. Dude, I couldn't believe that it was Mela. I was just blasting at it thinking that it was a normal female gator. I was just like, oh, this thing's coming close. I guess we can start the video with that. And then it ended up being melanistic. That shocked me so much. I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, what? Melanistic? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Asher, that actually happened in today's video. I actually talked a little bit in today's video about how to avoid modded servers as well. Because I did end up getting into one during today's video. It was unfortunate. We had to delete one of the trophies that we had killed because of it. Is 22 good for moose? Definitely not. Definitely not. That I can confirm. Couldn't tell either. Yeah, it's very difficult to tell with the gators. The melanistic ones do look very similar to the dark brown. And in the right lighting, they look identical. It's crazy. See, that's a little more viable, I'd say. Hello. I feel like you could probably use the 22 Hornet on a gator and get penetration to the neck. We might have to try that one of these days, because I feel like it's possible that you could actually get the neck bone with the 22 Hornet. I'd have to do a lot of testing, but I feel like it could be possible under the right circumstances. Or at the very minimum, the 223 should be able to get in there. I would think, at least. You know, if all else fails, we might have to go to Medved for our moose hunt, because Medved does have some pretty decent moose hunting. Might be good to go there. Yeah, sure, it was unfortunate. It was like, if you haven't seen the video today, basically what happened was we had been hunting around for quite a while, and, you know, we had a decent server that we had got into from a low-level player where we found a couple good trophies. That server was perfectly fine. We did all the checks to make sure that it was. And then we got into another server later in the video where we shot ourselves a max score, max weight turkey. And since it was the only male I had seen on that server, I didn't think anything of it. And then I went to the next lake and I spotted some whitetail, and there was like 20 diamond whitetail side by side, all big rack. And I was like, yeah, something's wrong. This has to be a modded server. There's no way this is a legitimate server. So we ended up having to delete the turkey from my trophy manager. Which, it's fine. I would rather not have cheated stuff. Because that's, it's just not me. I'm not one of the people that wants to have that type of stuff in my lodge. How's Call the Wild for me right now? It's been pretty decent, hello. It's been decent. I ran into a few weird servers recently, like I was just mentioning. But other than that, it's been good. Just kind of waiting for this new map to come out. Trying to figure things that I can do in the meantime to keep myself entertained on Call of the Wild. It really is, Thunderman. I don't get it. I mean, the game already is one of those games where if you put the effort in, you can pretty much get everything down to a T on, like, knowing where the animals are going to be at every time of day, knowing what the scores are for diamond and all that, and it's not hard to get at least somewhat good at the game. Like, I mean, my wife has only played probably 100 hours of Call of the Wild, and she's got more diamond fox than I've ever seen. She's got more Medved diamonds and rare, or not Medved, more Yukon diamonds and rares than I've killed in the last year. Really just takes some effort, and you can get pretty decent at the game. If you're willing to put in the effort and the time to, like, learn about all the species, then you can easily get it. Yeah, Levi, I actually did a video on that when it was announced a couple months ago, or like a month ago, or whenever it was. That's actually one of my best performing videos ever as well. I'm very excited for that game. Extremely excited for it. I'm really hoping that they give us a release date soon, because I'd like to know when to expect it. Because it looks fantastic. Minus a few of the animal models being a bit odd. Other than that, it looks really good. And I'm really feeling like it's going to be a great game. What do I recommend for mountain lions, 303 or 308? Definitely the 308. Because the 308's got such a higher fire rate to where it's so good for mountain lions. It's so good for everything. In most cases, I would recommend the 308 over any of the bolt actions, just because you have the quick follow-up shot, and you're not really sacrificing any power. Very minimal power is lost between the 303 and the 308. What's the dumbest way that I've messed up a diamond? That's actually a tough one. I'm trying to remember, like, all the different ways that I've screwed up diamonds. I mean, I've spine shot a few diamonds, but I wouldn't say that's really, like, a stupid way to mess up a diamond, because that's probably the most common way to mess up a diamond. I think there was one time, actually, where... Yeah, this was probably the dumbest decision, or the dumbest way that I messed up a diamond. I had a diamond whitetail, right? I'm pretty sure I did this on stream as well, but basically what happened was I shot it once, and then I went to shoot it again, and it turned its head in front of the shot. So I ended up brain shotting it and ruining the trophy. I think that's the dumbest way I've messed one up, because I could have easily avoided that by just not shooting it a second time, but I wanted to shoot a second time just because. And because of that, I ended up brain shotting it accidentally when it turned its head. That's got to be the worst way I've messed one up. I mean, luckily it was just a whitetail, but still, it was sad, because I could have easily avoided it. Oh no, Revive, that's rough, dude. That's rough. I honestly think that's worse than messing up a trophy. Forgetting to tax it, in my opinion, is worse than messing it up. Because, like, if you mess up a trophy, you still have it in your lodge. But if you forget to tax a trophy, it's gone. So I feel like that's worse. Models for some of those animals are kind of wonky. Yeah, a couple of them are odd. However, the deer models that they have are really good. The deer and elk look phenomenal. And those are the types of species I like hunting the most, so I'm very excited for Way of the Hunter. And the fact that they're going to have maps twice as big as Call of the Wilds is just even more impressive. Like, this right here is huge, right? Way of the Hunter's maps are going to be like this, plus this. That is going to be an absurd amount of land to cover. From what I remember reading and hearing in the trailer, I believe there's 2 maps when the game releases, and both of them are going to be that size. That's going to be crazy. Hi, rabbits. Are you of any special fur variation? Why do I have those? There we go. Oh, I have the 22 Hornet on me. That's why I have the other scope on it. But I needed to spot those, so... Okay, nothing crazy. Let's get this little level 4 moose. Beautiful. Yeah, the mountain goats are a little odd. I think they are taking suggestions, though. If you guys didn't know, Way of the Hunter does have a Discord. And from what I've seen in there, it seems like they are taking suggestions from people and asking like what needs tweaking and like what looks good. So I would probably recommend joining their Discord if you guys haven't already, if you want to give suggestions on some of the models and things like that. Me too, Deadfall. I'm happy that they just dropped a gameplay trailer instead of like hyping it up for months and months like Ultimate Hunting was doing. Because with Ultimate Hunting, I'm still really excited for it, right? But they've been talking about it for months and months and months. I think almost a year at this point. And we still don't have any real gameplay. They still haven't shown us real gameplay of it. And I think that's going to come to bite them in the future. Having, like, the slow burn of months and months of not really showing us actual gameplay, but telling us all these cool things that sound like they'll be really good. I feel like it's just going to make people get tired of waiting. Yeah, Levi, I've heard a lot of people say that too, because of the fact that they announced it so early, and it's just taking so long for it to actually come out as a full-on trailer. I feel like that was a bad move on their part, but I get they wanted to, like, have people help them through the whole development and tell them what they want and what they don't want. But I like the way of the Hunter did it, just dropping a trailer out of nowhere. I do feel like that was a much better way to do it, because it got everybody super excited. Like, the hype behind Way of the Hunter when it first got announced was way larger than any other hunting game I've ever seen. No, Asher, I'll still play Call of the Wild even when the other games come out. I wouldn't ever quit Call of the Wild fully. Even if Way of the Hunter is better and I like it more, there would still be videos on Call of the Wild. Whenever these new games come out like Way of the Hunter and Ultimate Hunting, you might see more content for those games, but I will still be playing Call of the Wild at least a few times a week when those games come out, you know? Because I do love this game still. It's not going to change how much I enjoy Call of the Wild. It'll just make it so I'll have more awesome games to play. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Got a diamond pheasant with buckshot? Oh no, Connor. Oh no, man. I mean, that's honestly an easy thing to do, though. I've accidentally put the buckshot in many times. So I could definitely see how that would be an easy way to mess something up. That's rough, dude. Oh no, bruh. Oh no. I mean, at least you got the screenshot, right? It sucks, man. That really sucks. Hey, Elite, how's it going? How you doing, man? Would you play with Flinter? I've already played with Flinter Grady. I've done a couple videos with him, and I think 3 live streams. So we've done stuff before. Oh, nice, Johnny. I used to play that game. It's been a bit since I played it, though. Game developers need to learn to underpromise and overdeliver instead of vice versa. I agree, Brown Yeti. I agree, man. Like, I like that Way of the Hunter, they're telling us, like, some of the basic stuff that they will have, but they're not giving us the super in-depth details. Like, they've said that they'll have licensed items in-game, but they're not really showing off, like, what the licensed items are, besides, like, 1 or 2 scopes in the trailer. And, like, they're not showing both reserves from what I could tell. I think they only showed 1 reserve. I do like that they are not, like, over-hyping things. I really hope that they manage to deliver a really awesome game, because it looks so good from the trailer and just the description they gave about the game. It really feels like the hunting game that everybody's been looking for. A Truax style system, a better story mode than any of the hunting games that have ever been made. They've said that they want to make it better than, like, better than any story mode in any hunting game. And then they also have the free hunting mode where you just go out and hunt for trophies similar to Classic or Call of the Wild. It's going to be so good. Provided everything is as amazing as they're saying, I think it's going to be the top hunting game. They've got a real shot at being the top hunting game. But I guess it also depends on what Call of the Wild does in the meantime. This waterfowl rework is really moving them in the right direction. So hopefully they end up doing some other overhauls to systems in the game that need a little bit of work. Seeing the waterfowl rework on stream last week really has me excited for what else they might do in the future. Would be really cool to see if they overhaul some of the systems. I mean, it's hard to say, Jay. As of now, we just have a trailer and some stuff that the developers have told us. We haven't actually seen some real in-game gameplay. So I guess we'll have to see. I think it's got a shot if everything that they've said is correct. Same with Ultimate Hunting. If everything that they've said actually ends up being what the game is like, then it'll have a shot. I think they're all going to be pretty equal across the board. It's going to be really hard to tell which game's going to inch out, I guess, the victory as the top hunting game. The thing is, Call of the Wild's already an established game, and it is difficult to knock an established game off of its pedestal. So it's hard to say. Yes, Grady. Well, you don't keep the lodge, but you keep all the trophies in the lodge. So, like, you will have to place them on the walls again, but you'll still have all the trophies. Favorite animal? I really enjoy the red deer hunting. Red deer have been my favorite species of game animal ever since I was a little kid. And so naturally, they're my favorite here in Call of the Wild as well. There will never be a game like Call of the Wild? Exactly. Call of the Wild's got its own unique place in the genre. And that's another good point. Like, Call of the Wild is a little more fast-paced arcade-style hunting game. Like, you can find, if you know the drink zones and stuff like that, you can find animals almost instantly. Neither Way of the Hunter or Ultimate Hunting are trying to replicate the same thing. They're doing their own thing. They're trying to make a different style hunting game. Ultimate Hunting is aiming to be a kind of middle ground between classic and Call of the Wild when it comes to realism versus arcade. And then Way of the Hunter seems to be going with realism as their main focus and story modes. So, like, there's gonna be people that like each of those games the most. I do think that all of them are gonna still have a place for a long time. I think there's a very good chance that all of them will stay relevant and popular for years to come. Hey, Freshwater Aquatics, how's it going, man? One of the biggest tips that I can give you if you're just starting is if you're having trouble finding animals, hunt near the water. Every single animal in the game has a drinking time, a resting time, and a feeding time. Drinking times are the easiest time to actually see the animals because they'll be out in the open like this. Usually when they're feeding or resting, they'll be up in the trees where it's a lot harder to see them. So if you hunt around the water, you are much more likely to find animals that are out in the open like this moose right here. Hey Casey, how's it going? Set up lots of tents and tripods for better shooting, faster pickup time, and try to find lots of zones for fallow. That is a pretty good way to start as well. There we go. Grinding for a Mela Diamond Fallow on Tiabaroa. Got any tips? I'm 1,007 kills in. When it comes to grinding for rare fur types in general, there's not really any method that's going to, like, increase your chances of getting a rare. Because, you know, a rare fur type is just like a random chance that's added on to any of the animals. So there isn't really a way to improve it. Obviously, the more you shoot, the more chances that you'll find one. Another good option is hunting fallow deer in Tiawaroa multiplayer. that can be a pretty good way to do it. Because if you can find an unhunted server in multiplayer, then that can be a pretty safe bet that you'll find something decent. Holy troll oof. That's an oofy troll hole. 24 diamond red deer. I was wondering how many you think I have harvested. I don't know, Nolan. I mean, it's kind of difficult to say because there's not really like a set rate at which you get diamonds and rares. So it's honestly impossible for me to even guess, and we're not going to be able to get across this. Alright, I think we need to go to a different server anyway. This one's not really producing any good moose. We'll do one more Layton server and then probably jump onto a Medved. Yes, Aquatics. The 7mm is really good. It's going to be the strongest rifle that can take a class 4 animal. And it's got a very wide range of animals it can shoot as well. It can take classes 4 to 9. So that's anything from like a whitetail deer clear up to like a Cape buffalo. It can take a lot of animals. Very good option. Let's see. That one's at 958. That might be good. Yeah, Duxton, I agree, dude. It's kind of annoying from time to time getting stuck like that. I don't know. Oh, and we got kicked from this one too. Amazing. I don't know, Wheatgum. I think that it's with Xbox. I think it's an issue with Microsoft, and it's not really something they can. It's not really something that they can fix. Sadly, Microsoft, because they have like the whole Xbox Live stuff. It kind of prevents them from being able to do a server list. And as far as PlayStation, I think it's a bug that it's not showing the time currently. I think it's just a bug. I guess we're going to Medved a little sooner than I had thought. I don't even know what we could do here. Maybe Yukon, because like none of the Medved servers are at a good time. That one could be okay. Oh no, Nordic. Unfortunate, dude. Melanistic red fox and albino gray fox. Nice, Calvin. That's awesome. That'd be a really cool one, actually. That'd be such a cool mount. All right, let's actually end this pull real quick, since we've already finished the pull. All right, let's see what we got going here. We could actually head over here and look down off the bridge. Gonna get kicked calling it? I hope not, Johnny. I'm tired of getting kicked, man. I'm tired of being kicked. I just want to play. Just let me call the wild already. Clicked mule, but meant to hit moose. Unfortunate, 0G. Well, there will still be chances to do more polls to see what you guys want me to hunt for the rest of the stream. I'm going to spend roughly 30 minutes on each species, probably. Maybe slightly more. We might do like 45 minutes on a species. You never know, Thunderman. I would not put it past him at this point. I've been getting kicked left and right already. Once I found a level 8 alligator, got a bad shot and never saw it again. Yeah, it tends to be how the gators are, Doom Guy. The thing about gators is you have to hit them with a neck bone or brain shot. Otherwise, you'll probably never see it again. Oh, I did get host. Oh my gosh, you're right. That's amazing. Can't get kicked now. Aha. Oh no, Zero, that's rough, dude. What very nice people? I know, right? The nicest. You don't like the alligators? They're definitely not for everyone, Wheatgum. They're definitely not for everyone. The alligators are a very unique thing in the game. Very unique. Got a very interesting hunting style. Hard to get used to shooting like the neck and brain versus the lungs like you typically would on other species. So I can understand not liking it. Once got a blonde black bear and a cinnamon black bear in like 20 minutes. Didn't tax them because I didn't know about rare fur types. Just started. Still haunts me. Ooh. Yeah, it's tough, man. That's rough. I really hope one of these days EW decides to give some type of indicator as to whether or not you've harvested a rare animal. Because right now, there's a lot of... It's a little too vague, I think. Like, just saying the name of the fur type and not telling you whether it's a rare or a common or an uncommon. I mean, they could easily just put, like, blonde and then have next to it in brackets, rare. I feel like that would really help with people not taxing rare trophies. Because it happens quite a bit to new players. It happens quite a lot. Hey, you. Oh, it's a mythical. Hey. I think that was good. There's a female too. That's a 5? Dude, where'd all these grizzlies come from? There's so many grizzlies. We're after moose and all we're finding is grizzly. I mean, I don't mind finding a nice mythical grizzly, but not what we're looking for. Gosh, Yukon is so beautiful when it snows. Absolutely beautiful. Love to see it. Well, if only I could see what that fox is, since it is a male. Be good to see if that's a diamond. Happens to Brobra almost every time he plays. Poor Brobra. Poor Brobra. Alright, let's head back and go down and grab that grizzly. Just got the Mokamoose and Tiawaroa. Nice, Zero. That has to be one of my favorite mission animals. That's got to be one of my favorite mission animals of all time. Honestly, Tiawaroa's missions are some of my favorite of all time. I feel like they did a good job with them. What is all of your guys' favorite missions in Call of the Wild? Because I feel like my favorite ones, like I said, it's gotta be the Tiawaroa missions. I just love the way that they put them together, the whole like chase for like the elusive moose and stuff. Like, I think that's so cool. When I was new, got a blonde lion, had no idea it was rare. Yeah, that happens. That happens to a lot of people. Especially on something like that that doesn't look too much different from the commons. Very common for it to get mistaken for just a normal one. Oh yeah, Yukons are good. I do like Yukon's missions as well. Yukon does have some nice missions. And Quattro does too. I think those are my top 3. I think those have to be my top 3. Tiawaroa, Quattro, and Yukon. Definitely the best missions. Medved, Yukon, Verhonga, Medved, Tiawaroa, Berhanga Medved. Quattro. Yeah, it seems like you guys agree somewhat with the same general ones. All right, later, Will. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Appreciate it. Wolf and Fox missions and Medved. Nice, Calvin. Favorite map is Yukon. What is yours? My favorite map is Silver Ridge Peaks. I feel like SRP has the best blend of animals and some of the most beautiful scenery in the game. There's just something about Silver Ridge Peaks that I just absolutely love. I think it's mainly the species. Like, all the species on that map are species that I love to hunt. I feel like SRP is just such a well put together map. Really hoping Finland will be well put together like SRP. Well, I don't necessarily like SRP's missions. I haven't even played them, but the map as a whole is definitely my favorite. Bears are just chilling, man. Just hard shot that guy real quickly. Yeah, I never did SRP's missions because everybody told me that they weren't worth it. And I don't know, I feel like I'm less inclined to do missions if there's no reward of any kind. I believe that's just a normal common. Yeah, it's just the regular red. It always tricks me at first because it kind of looks piebald, but it's not. 6240, not bad. Decent grizzly. You know, we came here for moose and we're hunting grizzly instead because the moose just don't want to show themselves. Literally only doing missions to unlock the trophies. My goal to get everyone, DLCs included. Yeah, that's honestly the only reasons why I do missions usually is because of mission animals and gun unlocks, like skin unlocks. Those are really the only reasons I do it. I feel like in order for missions to be worth my time, they need to have some type of an incentive to play it. Whether it's unlocking unique outposts, or unlocking special gun skins, or getting special mission animals, that's the type of stuff that drives me to play the missions. Is having some type of reward at the end of them. What was the 8 mythical bear? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. A gray-brown, 65, and we... spine and between the lungs. How? Well, I guess we're just the most insane shot in the West. Threading the needle between the lungs. Oh my. Hate it when that happens. Nice, Johnny. Those cottontails, man. Those rabbits, they're just so elusive and difficult to get diamond. Moose? Hello? I don't see you. Well, we should probably go look for him. Can you redo missions? Unfortunately, once you've completed them, you cannot redo them unless you start a new account. Aw, he's so tiny. Hey, little guy. How you doing? Oh, that is wobbly. Ah, he's not worth shooting anyway. That sounds about right, Johnny. Sounds about right. One thing that I've noticed with the cottontails is they make you think that they're going to be diamond so many times, and then they're just never diamond. Except for like the ones that you don't expect to make diamond. At least that's how it's been with me. The ones that I didn't expect to be diamond were the ones that made it. I think some moose can be over here. I actually have not done a ton of female lion hunting recently, Zero. Actually, I haven't done much lion hunting in general. If Kill Clinton's still in the chat, he could probably tell you, because I know he does a lot of lion hunting since the update. Gonna make a poll to ask everyone what this weapon pack to buy is. Oh, I could just tell you straight up, Freshwater Aquatics. The best pack to get is the modern rifle pack, because it comes with the 308 AR, the 223 AR, and the 22 AR, which are three of the best guns in their classes. The 308 is easily the best 4 to 8 weapon because it's got a very fast fire rate. You have 5 rounds before needing to reload, and it's got equal power to the 30-06, which is also in another pack. So I would say the modern rifle pack is the best. Plus you get a 22, which can take class 1 animals. The 223 can take class 2 to 4 animals. The 308 takes 4 to 8. Now, you can cover everything except for class 9 animals if you buy that pack. And I'd say the second most important pack would probably be the Smoking Barrels weapon pack, because it comes with the 10 gauge shotgun, the M1, and the muzzleloader, which are all very good rifles. Gotcha, Zero. Level 3 guaranteed diamond female moose 100%. Oh, definitely. Definitely Thunderman. Big male. Yeah, I believe what it is for the rabbits, Johnny, is they're scored off of weight, but there is slight variance. I've noticed they can be slightly lower or slightly higher scoring than what their weight is. Just like a tiny bit, though, like within a few decimals. But sometimes it's just enough to make it so they don't make it. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate that, dude. Glad you like the content. Wait, for what, Revive? Are you talking about for pheasant? Or what? I think I missed the first couple messages. When does the new update come out? There's been no announcements as of now. Are Piebald Elk rare? Because I shot one yesterday and it was my first Piebald. Yes, they are rare, gamer. They are rare. Any Piebald animal is rare except for ducks. Piebald ducks are the only Piebald that's not rare, if I remember right. Where's the best place to hunt in the Russia map? Are you talking about Medved Taiga? I have always found that the north coast is the best place to hunt on Medved. The north coast of Medved is just filled with animals. If you go up there early in the morning, like, I typically hunt it between like 5 and 8. There tends to be quite a few animals up there. Like grizzly bear, musk deer, or not grizzly bear, brown bear and musk deer. And then when the time goes by a little bit and you get to like 9 o'clock, you'll start seeing stuff like caribou, moose, like things like that. So it's a pretty good spot. There's lots of animals up there. What I do is I just start on the left side of the coast and just walk the entire way to the right side of the coast. And we're not finding much through here. I've never been over here, actually. I kind of want to go there. I've never been to this part of Yukon. This map is Yukon Valley, Freshwater Aquatics. This is Yukon Valley. What's the best loadout for Virhonga? I've always liked using the 300 Magnum, the 308, the 243, and then the Virant 22 LR. That's the loadout that I've been using quite a bit recently. The only downside right now is that the 300 does have trouble penetrating to the lungs on Cape Buffalo, so you do have to shoot at the lower half of the lung if you're using the 300. That seems to be the only way to get around the penetration issues. What's the biggest diamond whitetail I've got other than the 291? Other than that one, it was a 274.4, I believe. Or 274.6? It was something in that range, but I got it recently. I think probably like 3 to 4 weeks ago. It should be in one of the videos here on the channel. But that was my biggest on the current system. Dude, there's just grizzlies everywhere. This is just a grizzly-filled server. Yeah, maybe, Johnny. It might be good. I'm going to use the 22 Hornet, I think. I feel like the 22 Hornet's going to be really good for waterfowl after the update. Mainly because of the fact it won't have as much travel time. And I think since the ducks are going to be really fast now, it's going to be nice not having to wait for the bullet time to reach the duck. The travel time is kind of rough on the 22 LR. So I think I'll be using the Hornet. But we'll see. It might not even be as good as I'm thinking. You know, I would expect to see moose around here, so I'm actually shocked that I'm not seeing them yet. This looks like prime moose territory. Are you telling me there's no moose around here? Crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Do you think the Conehead 22s are worth it? It's only a class 1 species. I don't know, Duxton. I'm really curious to see what they're going to be like. I don't even know, like, what the differences will be in stats with the ammo. We'll have to kind of get a chance to play with it whenever they do early access, if they do an early access. But, hopefully it ends up being useful. But I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Yeah, there's like nothing here. That's shocking. Alright, well, let's get the next species chose. So let me know in the chat what species you guys would like me to hunt. What species should we hunt, guys? The top 4 that I see will get put in a poll. It's going to be like the equivalent to a polymer tip, Taylor. It should be interesting to see how it works. I'm curious if it's going to be relevant, though, since the current 22 LR is... I mean, it's perfectly fine on everything it can shoot. I'm seeing a lot of water buffalo, gator, and turkey so far. Oh, gotcha, Johnny. That's cool, then. That's gonna be cool if it's like that. Yeah, tons of gator popping up. Okay. I think I've got a good idea of what you guys want to see. So let's get this poll going. There we go, guys. Vote on the poll. Whichever one ends up being the most voted is what we will be hunting now. I'm really curious which one's gonna win here. Water buffalo is up there with 41% at the moment. But turkey and gators are not far behind. This honestly could go any way. Raccoon are getting slaughtered, though. Poor raccoons. Nobody wants to see the raccoons. Oh, man. Gators and water buffalo are neck and neck. Water buffalo have 35% of the votes. Gators have 29%. If you guys haven't voted, be sure to do it if you want to see a specific species. Oh, gators are catching up now. And raccoon are actually getting quite a bit of votes now as well. Turkey are slightly falling behind. When it comes to 60-minute challenges, Taylor, I kind of just do them at random times. I don't really have a set schedule for them. It's kind of just like whenever I feel like it's been too long since the last one, then I'll make another one. Or if I see a lot of comments saying they want to see it, then I'll do more. Oh, the gators have taken over. Oh my gosh. That was quite the battle. Gators and water buffalo are just battling it out right now. 33% for water buffalo, 33% for gators. Oh my gosh. Once we hit 100 votes, it will be over. Whatever has the most votes once we hit 100 is going to be the winner. We're currently at 90 with water buffalo slightly ahead. This is crazy. This is a battle and a half. And the gators have just jumped ahead again. Dude, this is crazy. This is so close. Nice, Kyle. That's awesome, dude. Possibly aquatics. If it gets voted for, then we'll do it. Today's one of the streams where I'm kind of just going off of what you guys are voting for. So if I see a lot of requests for Rocky Elk, then we can do that. Dude, 4 votes to go before we hit 100 votes. And it's looking like water buffalo will win, but gators have a chance. I think if this last vote comes in for gators, it'll be tied. 99 votes. 34% water buffalo, 33% gators. Which one's gonna win? And then raccoon and turkey are perfectly tied. That is wild. That is wild. We're still at 99 votes. 100 and water buffalo have been the decided trophy that we chase after. All right, that was crazy. Water buffalo won just barely. That's the closest poll I think I've ever seen on the channel. What time do they drink? What time do water buffalo drink, guys? I don't actually remember. Hey, Duck, how's it going, dude? I'm doing good. Doing good. We're just having some fun voting on polls on what species you guys want to see me hunt, and then we're chasing after them. And water buffalo just won. 10:30 to 13:30. Okay, thank you guys so much. Let's find... Oh, perfect. 10:51 on that one. Amazing. All right, Zero, later, dude. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Have I ever played Far Cry? Yeah, I've played some of the Far Cry games. Not on the channel, but in my free time I have. Hey, Kinjin, how's it going? Hey, Casey, nothing good yet. What gun should we use, guys? I'm kind of thinking 470. Should we use the 470? Or should we use a bow? 470, bow, or shotgun? Or maybe all of the above. I mean, we could do all of them. We could do everything that I just mentioned. Ooh, 454, that's a good idea. So we'll bring the 470. We shall bring the 454. What else are we seeing in chat? Let's see. Not seeing too many votes for the bow. Shotgun, 4570. Drilling. Drilling's a good option as well. 7 mil. 22. Okay, well, I'm talking ones that are in the class range at least. All right, 4570 it is. It looks like a lot of votes for 4570. I'm okay with that. I don't mind using the 4570. I actually haven't used it for water buffalo ever, so gonna be kind of cool. Going to be kind of cool. Let's get rid of the 22 Hornet. We don't really need it. And did I pass it? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, we need the scope as well. Can't forget the scope. The Helios, and then the Marksman Exact Sight, which I'm so happy it's getting a rework this next update. That's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool to see the rework on it. What could we even do here? What order are we going to put these in? I mean, that's our biggest, so it's going to go right there, I think. We'll keep the 243 in that slot because I don't want to get myself confused about where it is. 470. 454. And 4570. This is about to get really interesting. Let's head down to the coast. I think we will... Okay, there's already people around the coast. We could hunt at that part, maybe? I mean, water buffalo will be down here as well. We'll have to go over here to start, I think. I played some of Far Cry 4, but not a lot of it. Far Cry 5 was the one that I played the most. Markuli, thank you for the super chat, dude. Much appreciated. Really appreciate the support, man. Thank you so much. How have you been? I hope your day's been going well. Hopefully everything has been going great for you. It really does, Johnny. It needs a buff like crazy. Hey, Simon. How's it going, dude? Welcome back. Hey, Not Bros. This is about the only game I really enjoy playing. All the others would just rather be outside. Yeah, it's understandable, freshwater. There's definitely some times where I only want to play like one specific game as well. I think as of recent, the only games that I've been playing is Call of the Wild and Ark. Those are like the only games that I've played. You like the Arctic map? Are you talking about Medved? It's actually my least favorite map. Primarily because of the lack of unique species. And the lack of species that interest me. I feel like the map just needs some... It needs some love. It needs to have some more stuff added to it. Watch, this is going to be the server where we find ourselves a melanistic red deer, I bet. Would not be surprised if this is the server that we find a melanistic red deer. Thoughts on the new Ark map? I'm excited for it, Call of the Wild player. Fjordur is actually a map that I played while it was still a workshop map. I mean, it still is a workshop map, but it's being made into a full map. But I've played it before, once on the channel, actually. We did a no-flyer server, and it was a lot of fun. The map itself is beautiful, very well designed. I'm really excited to see what type of flair Wildcard decides to add to it. Just dropped in to say hi. Good night, man. Said the streams always are so late for me. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Simon. Sadly, it's so difficult to get like the perfect time for every time zone. But thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've been doing well. And hopefully you have a good night also. Small males everywhere. The tiniest of males only. Hey, Oski, how's it going? We actually did Mississippi in today's video. If you haven't seen it, we did a full Mississippi hunt today in the video. Should make a new map for Classic. I would really love them to do that, but I feel like it's unlikely at this point in the game's life. I think nowadays they're more focused on just improving the quality of life of Classic, since it is kind of at the end of its development life. Hey, Sheet Hunting, how's it going? I agree, we need Arc 2 for sure. I want them to hurry up and just give us a release date so that I can start getting excited for it. Because everything looks so good. Everything looks so good. Oh gosh, Nopros, that must have been a weird thing to spot. I would have been so confused. Hey, Nicholas, how's it going, dude? Thank you, Helder. I appreciate that. Glad that you enjoy the content enough to subscribe. Really appreciate it. Oh, that actually... Wow, that actually got it. I wasn't sure if we'd have penetration at 100 meters. The 470 has been kind of known to not be super great at really long range. I'm really surprised that that did that good. I'm actually really happy that you guys chose water buffalo. It's been a while since I've just blasted some water buffalo with a 470. I forgot how fun it is. We'll see, Frag. It's all dependent on what you guys vote for. So whenever we get done hunting water buffalo, I will see which ones get suggested in the chat the most. Then we will put them up to a poll, and whichever one wins the poll ends up being the next one that we hunt. Yeah, Deadfall, pretty much. Hey, country boys, I'm doing good. How have you been? What's my favorite diamond that I have killed? Oh, man, that's difficult. That's such a tough question because there's a lot that I really like. Honestly, I don't think I even have an answer for that one. I don't think I have an answer for, like, what my favorite diamond is because I've got a lot that I like equally. Looks like somebody shot that one and just left the server. Trying to think what my favorite would be. Very difficult to decide. I think buffalo can be here. Maybe. How much storage do I think Arc 2 will take up? Oh gosh, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to, like, imagine how much it's going to take up, because Arc 1 takes up way too much. I think I've got like 270 gigs of my hard drive taken up. 270 gigs for Arc and all of its DLC, along with like the extra mod maps and stuff like that from the workshop. It's like 270 gigs on my hard drive. That's, you know, a ton. That is a ton. So I feel like Arc 2... it's probably going to start out at 200 to 250 gigs, and I imagine that once they've added DLC, it'll be easily over 350. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge game. Unless they find a way to, like, optimize the size a little bit better. Which I doubt it, since it's Arc. I doubt they'll manage to make it smaller file sizes. Can Water Buffalo be here? I don't remember. We're gonna check. Nice, Casey. The other day I got my number 2 diamond and it was a turkey. Nice, Lukey. That's awesome. Even their mobile edition is 4 gigs. Yeah, it's It's a large game. It's a very large game. I mean, I guess I can see why. The game itself is a very large game, you know? Like, all the maps are huge. There's a ton of items, a ton of creatures. Like, in general, I can understand why it's a big game. Because there's a lot that goes into it, a lot that comes with it. But still, it's rough. What's my biggest Rocky Mountain elk? Currently, my biggest is 509. I believe I have 2 of them that are 509. Great one next, Lake. Dude, if we found a multiplayer great one, I don't even know what my reaction would be. I would just be super surprised and blown away. I know for a fact that we would have to shoot it. Because as much as some people would probably be mad at me for taking a great one off of somebody's map, there's a lot of things you don't take into account. Like, if it happens when we're live like this, there's going to be lots of people joining the server from the stream trying to take it from me anyway. So, regardless, the host probably wouldn't get it. Most likely somebody from that's watching the stream would take it if I didn't take it. So, it's one of those things where pretty much have to just shoot it. Like, I'd pretty much just have to. Otherwise, somebody else would. So, unfortunately, there's really no way that I could give it to the host if it's in multiplayer. Now, if I end up finding one in multiplayer when I'm not live and I'm just recording, then it might be a little more possible. Also, could not be the OG host. True, Johnny. True. I could definitely check to see if it's the original host as well. And if it's not the original host, then there's really no reason not to shoot it. Yeah, exactly, Brown Yeti, exactly. That's one of the risks you run in multiplayer. When you open it up, you're fully accepting that people can take stuff off your map. Just the way it is. It's just the way it is. That combined with what I just mentioned really makes it so, like, if I didn't, somebody else would. Somebody else would for sure. Not really, Carrie. I don't really watch hockey. I don't watch any sports. I used to watch a little bit of the NFL football, but kind of got over it after a while. Yeah, Malone, it's very difficult to kill the alligators if you're trying to do, like, lung shots. The thing about the gators is they've designed them in a way where they're meant to be shot in the neck bone or the brain. Those are the 2 most effective ways to take down gators, so it's best to try and line up a shot on the neck bone. I've found that the neck bone's a bit easier to hit than the brain because it covers a larger area. So I would recommend aiming for the neck. It's usually, like, slightly above the center of the neck is where the bone would be. That's about where you want to hit. Dude, there's mule deer everywhere. But, no water buffalo. Oh, you're a thick level 4. You know, I haven't seen a big rare mule deer in a long time. I wouldn't mind seeing that today. Axis deer? I think axis deer is about my, least wanted, rare or diamond off of this map, though. Those axis deer, they've been through a lot, man. They were way too small before, so nobody paid attention to them. Then they got bugged when they were released with True Racks, and so now nobody cares about them still. Those poor axis deer have been through a lot. They've been through so much. That's a mountain lion. Just a female. Kind of feel bad for those axis deer. They've just never been popular. Even though they're a cool species with cool True Racks. Just unfortunately been a lot of things that ruined it. Yeah, we'd come. That was an interesting time. That was a very interesting time. Unfortunately, with them being bugged and overspawning diamonds, it made a lot of people not really care for the axis deer. after they got fixed. Once they fixed them, there's really just no excitement around axis deer for a lot of people. It's sad. It's sad because I do think they're a pretty good looking Truax and they're a nice deer species to hunt. But sadly, they just get overlooked now. They do, Thunderman. They do. Unfortunately, I don't think that will happen because of the bug that happened. Unless they made some more... Oh, I guess a Great One axis deer would bring back the hype. If they added a Great One axis deer, I think people would probably start hunting them again. What could they do for a Great One axis deer, though? I mean, I guess they could do something weird like a double main beam. Welcome back, Revive. Hey, Crow Scare. How you doing? Hey, Death Reaper. I'm excited for the waterfowl map, too. I think Revon Thule Coast is going to be my favorite map. It's going to be difficult to beat SRP for my favorite, but I think this map's got a chance. It definitely has a chance. Luke, thank you for the membership renewal for 6 months in a row. That's crazy. Welcome back, dude. That's a long time to be supporting the channel, and I really appreciate it. Looking for pheasant right now. Did they flat out erase them because I'm only finding 1/10 of what I used to? They didn't get rid of them, Yeti. What they did is they moved the areas where they're found. So you will have to search new areas to find them. I haven't done a ton of pheasant hunting since the last update myself, but I've been told that they have been moved around, so you'll have to look in different areas to find them. Unfortunately, I don't know what those areas are because I haven't spent time chasing them. But they definitely did not get rid of... They didn't lower the population, they just moved them around. On Revan Thule, I'm bringing out the 12 gauge. Me too. Me too, man. The 12 gauge pump is going to be such a good option for that map. Have 2 albino axes that have the same score from the glitched days. Yeah, I've got a couple, I have a couple albino diamond axis deer from the time where diamonds were overspawning. I don't count them as super rares, though, because they were shot during the time where they were overspawning, but they're still like a cool thing to have in the lodge. Little teal action. You know, a teal is actually the one thing I hope we don't find a diamond of, because I don't have anything that I can shoot teal with. Looks like there's also no water buffalo around there. I think we're gonna have to move to a new server. People are hunting all the water buffalo areas pretty heavily. So we'll see if we can find another server. I mean, yeah, that one's about to be the time for them. My gosh, what just happened there? My English just like stopped. It came to a screeching halt. Couldn't even finish my sentence. Anyway, what I was about to say, it's close enough. Like, it'll roll into the time for water buffalo, so we should be good. Oh gosh. It looks like it's being heavily hunted too. Maybe... I mean, they've got a ton of water buffalo zones, that's for sure. I don't know, though. We might have to start down here. Do Midnight 135, thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the green name in chat, the special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrapped content on the channel. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, and welcome to the Scare Crew. Basically the same, but I think the new one's a little bit better. Wait, for what? Oh, you're talking about Top Gun, gotcha. Hey, Hunting Boy Hunts, how's it going, dude? Right now, we're just hunting some water buffalo with various weapons, like the 470, the 454. Cool stuff like that. I still haven't got a chance to check that out, Johnny. I'll have to see what it's like. What level am I on this game? Level 60. Full English? Always, Duxton. Always. Alright, later, Anna. Later, Darius. Or Darius? Is it Darius or Darius? Well, either way. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Nice to be here. Not everyone gets my name right. Wait, did I actually get it right? I had to take a second to look at it and figure out how to pronounce it. So if I got it right, I'm happy with that. I didn't actually think I would. Crow said, whoa. Yes. It is Milan, but it doesn't seem like it sometimes. I swear, sometimes it seems like oh, it's a mythical. That's a mythical right there. Mythicals have a chance at diamond, though. Mythicals do have a chance at diamond, so... Oh, please, please. Oh, the wind. Oh, no, the wind is so bad. What do we do here? 4570 it is? Did I hit the tree? Oh, no. I hit the tree, guys. I hit the tree. Oh, gosh. No. Not already. Not already, Crow. Shooting trees this early in the stream. What am I doing? I think it was a tree, at least. Like, pretty sure I hit it because it didn't react one bit to getting shot at. Got ourselves a small male right there. What a nerd. Couldn't even be a big male. It didn't attack me either, so that's sad. Never thought I'd say that, but you know. In that scenario, I would have rather been attacked by it. Now we're gonna have to chase it down, because that was a diamond potential level 8. And they have a decent chance of making it. What's my PC specs? It's right there in the chat. Johnny just posted it in there for you. That is the current specs of my PC. I wouldn't say there's a lot of them water swatting. There's about the same as there's always been. There's definitely more than what we had a year ago. That's for sure, but I think it's been about the same for the last few months. Some days it's worse than others. Kind of varies from day to day. Had to take a drink of water for a second. Gotta stay hydrated. Does the dog help with tracking? Yes, Sam. However, it only helps with tracking blood trails. So, in order for the dog to track something, you have to have hit it. So, you have to shoot an animal first, and then your dog will be able to track it. Hey, this guy has definitely ran a long way. Is that him? That has to be him. It's gotta be him. Yep, just now tracked. Let's get the 4570 out. Hopefully we can catch him as he's going up. I'm hoping that some of this brush will make him kind of bug out and either stop or do a circle or something so that it slows him down. It's kind of what we're hoping for. There he is. This actually might be where we get him to kind of calm down. I'm still so sad we missed that shot because of a tree. Like, come on, man. A tree. It's always my luck. Come on. Stop for us. Alright, we're just gonna kind of slowly walk up there now. How to get the 22 Hornet? It comes with Mississippi Acres. Okay, he stopped. He stopped. He definitely did because he just did a warning call. I don't think they can warning call while they're running, so I think we're good. Hey, Ben, how's it going, dude? Shot a big deer. Nice revive. Nice. Yeah, no problem, Sam. Going to be using the Bloodhound a lot on Finland. Me too, Johnny. It's going to be difficult to remember where you've shot all the birds, so you can definitely see them being used quite a bit there. I kind of wish it was like that, Twisted, but I feel like I feel like if that ever is a thing, it'll probably be a different dog breed that they use. I imagine that if we ever get something like German pointers, they'll probably have them be able to track, and then also be able to, like, well, I mean, as the name suggests, point towards where, like, upland fowl is. So I think if we ever do get a dog that can track without having a blood trail, I think it'll probably be a pointer. Me too, Johnny. That'd be funny. Almost 1,000 kills on male pheasants and still no diamond. Ooh, that's rough, dude. That is rough. That sounds like my goose luck. After the fix for goose, or for the geese, I went like 800 kills without a diamond, and then had like 2 of them back to back. I think it's just a matter of time before you end up finding one. Just keep on going for it. You'll get it eventually. I found most of my diamond pheasants in multiplayer, so... Had a melanistic whitetail buck chilling on Layton. Nice, CP. That's awesome, dude. Nice. Not bros. Be sure to post it in the Discord. Okay, I already read that. Thank you, Thunderman. Yeah, it's going great, Ben. It's going great. Why won't it stop? All we want to do is shoot it. I know, right, Duxton? It's just, I don't get it. I don't know why he's not stopping for us to blast him. What did he... Aw, don't tell me he went past us and we didn't notice. What? What? How? How did I not notice this? He literally walked past us. Well... That's great. We're doing amazing. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. I don't know how he did it. This buffalo's a magician. Pulled a straight up disappearing act on us. Unless this is an old trail. I don't think it is, though. This seems pretty fresh. If we could just find a poop track, that would be great. Give us a better idea. I sense a rage quit coming? Nah, I don't rage quit. I don't rage quit. I chase after trophies that take way too long to catch. But never rage quit. Alright, Johnny. I can tell this thing's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm not going to give up on it because there is a decent chance that it could be a diamond. Nice, Lane. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Tips for pistol points to get the red dot for the new update? I mean, just using the 22 handgun on geese is probably the best way to level up your handgun score. That's gonna be a great way to do it. Oh gosh, now everything's crossing over. Fun times. Everything's crossing now. Shot my first diamond Seeker deer yesterday, first try. Nice, dude, that's awesome. Diamond Seeker are pretty nice looking. That's an old track. This is probably a new one then. Yep, it is. We'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually. Come on, buddy, where are you? Where are you, big male? This is old, right? No, that's new. Such a weird water buffalo. Like, the directions that he's zigzagging. I would have expected him to go back to his zone, but he's not. There he is. Finally. Come on. That should get into a lung. I think that should get a lung. It's going to kill very slow because it's the 4570, but I think we'll be good. I hope. Gosh, that's going to be... It's going to be 50-50 whether or not that actually made it in. Please. That looks good. Yeah, it's good. We did it. Oh my gosh. I am actually slightly surprised. But hey, that actually worked. Yep, it's down. Beautiful. We actually made it. Thank you, Sam. To be honest, I'm a little shocked I even made that shot. I am very shocked I even made it. My running shots have not been great recently. Oh, definitely aquatics, definitely. I think one of these days we will get some more as well. I was thinking the next dog we're gonna get, and after a lot of thinking, probably get a dog that can bring dead birds because we're getting a map with a lot of bird species. Yeah, that's my thought too, Milan. I do think retrievers are probably gonna be the next thing. I imagine it'll be retrievers next and then pointers after. I hope it'll make it, Braden. I hope it will. I have never killed a level 8 diamond water buffalo myself, but I've seen so many people get them. Please let this be one of them. He looks good, but I think one side might be smaller than the other. Ah, it's a gold. 162.70. That looks like he is even on both sides. Man. Close, but not quite. Close, but not quite. At least we got a nice one down, though. At least the water buffalo hunting segment wasn't a complete bust. Hey, CG, how's it going, dude? Glad you could make it. Yeah, 4570 goes to Class 9. Its classes 4 to 9. Got a very large range of stuff you can hunt with it. Actually, I think it's probably time to do the next species, because we only have like 30 minutes left in the stream, and I want to get one more species in, so... let me know in the chat right now what species you guys think we should hunt now. We've already hunted moose and water buffalo, so don't do those. However, let me know what species besides those two you would like to see me hunt. Remember to only put it once in the chat, because if it's put multiple times, that can be confusing as to like how many people have actually voted for it. And if you're spamming the same thing repeatedly, there will most likely be a timeout that results from it. So just say it once. Quail, gator, mule deer, lynx, hogs. Looks like quail have got votes from a few different people. Hold on, I just missed a super chat. Let me go back. Do Midnight, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it, man. Which elk species, though, guys? I'm seeing a lot of elk in there, but which one? Roosevelt's or Rocky elk? Alright, so it looks so far quail, gators, Rocky elk. And then what else? Let me see. You know, I think we'll just do those 3 because there's nothing else that's, like, getting a ton of votes. It's too close between all the others, so we'll just do... Actually, I got an idea. Quail. Rocky Elk. Cole, thank you for the super sticker, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you've been doing great, man. We will do quail, Rocky Elk, Roosevelt Elk, and gators. Because those all were very popular requests in there. So let's see. Let's see which one ends up getting it. Very curious how this is going to go. Oh, well, I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't expect that. Rocky Elk is ahead with almost 70%. Hey, I'm cool with that, you know. I love me some Rocky Elk. One of my favorite species in the game. Easily a top 5 species for me. Alright, so I'm going to let the poll run real quickly, guys. And while you guys are voting on the poll, I'm going to go grab a drink real quickly. And I'm back. Let's see. Rocky Elk is ahead, but Quail is actually really close. And Roosevelt Elk is not too far behind Quail either. Gators trailing behind with only 15% of the votes. Quail slowly moving their way up with 27%, but Rocky Elk with a solid 36% lead. No water, I have a Coca-Cola. It's a Coca-Cola. Jeez, man, get your mind out of the gutter. How rare are crowned wildebeest? They're pretty rare, Zane. They're definitely very rare. Can you change your vote? Unfortunately, no. Once you put in a vote, it just stays in. .7mm is a beast. It definitely is Thunderman. Very solid rifle. Yeah, it looks like Rocky Elk are going to be the win. I think even if all of the votes were to go for Quail now, I think Rocky Elk would still be the winner. So it looks like Rocky Elk is going to be our last one. Yeah, this is a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Very tasty. Alright, let's see if there's any servers that are at the correct time. It's not easy to find a Rocky Elk time server, so... might just have to hunt around in the fields for them. I guess we'll see. That's close, but it's a little bit late. I guess we'll do this one right here. Hey, Hollow, how's it going? Good to see you. Killed a diamond fallow deer and a diamond red deer in about 30 minutes the other day. That is awesome, Casey. That is super awesome. And my game crashed. Well, guess that wasn't the server. Doing great, Call the Wild. Doing great. Use the 308? Yeah, we could use the 308. I kind of want to use the 308 since we haven't used it today. Sorry, Frag, it didn't win the vote. If it had won the vote, we would have done it, but unfortunately it didn't quite win it. It was close, but not quite. Alright, so we're not going to join this server because that crashed us. 1:28 a.m.? That's an interesting time for a server. I don't think we'll join that. I don't think anything drinks during that time. We could try, like, maybe that one? RIP, JP. Unfortunate. She's doing good, Kyle. She's doing good. Oh, I know Revive, but, I'm a little more worried about my teeth, you know. Typically I drink sodas that have stevia in them instead, but, I'm out of those, so just had to deal with what I've got, you know. I am, well aware of, like, which ones are bad for you and not bad for you. But unfortunately, I don't have any of the stevia ones at the moment. Those are my favorite, though. They're very good. And they're so much better for you. But unfortunately, this is what I had to get. Because they didn't have any at the store. Okay, we got the 243 and 22. We need our 308. That is the 6.5. Well, I guess we're bringing the 6.5 too, you know. 6.5, 308, same thing, right? We actually should probably get rid of the 243. We don't really need it here. I think we need the 300 or 7 mil. Let's use 7 mil. Just in case we find a bison that we can take out. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have to run the fields in order to find some elk, because they're not going to be drinking. It's going to be a little more difficult to find them. We're just going to have to do our best to... oh, wow, this server's actually pretty unhunted. Could be something good on this one. You never know. We might actually find some decent trophies here. Seems like a pretty fresh server. Oh, nice revive. Nice. They're all bad, let's be honest. Honestly, the Zevia ones aren't that bad for you. The only sweetener they have in them is stevia. And stevia is way better for you than, like, pretty much every other sweetener out there. I mean, monk fruit is actually the best for you. Monk fruit is actually amazing, and it tastes almost the same as sugar. It's actually sweeter than sugar, but it's not like, it doesn't have the bad stuff that sugar does. Monk fruit is amazing. Sadly, there's really not too many companies that do it. No, Freshwater, I don't use the backpacks because it increases the range at which animals spook. So, for example, if I have all of the perks that make it so I'm a little bit quieter, I can run up to 150 meters without spooking them. If I'm wearing a backpack, they'll start spooking at 180 instead. So I really don't recommend using backpacks. What I recommend doing instead is earning this skill right here called Pack Mule. It adds an extra 15% to your bag capacity, and that makes it so you can carry an extra 3 units, which in a lot of cases, that's an extra gun. And so I recommend doing that instead. Because I don't feel like the backpacks are worth it. Like, the trade-off for 30 meters of extra spook range versus having, like, a room to carry a couple extra things, I just don't think it's worth it. You too, Thunderman, you too. Best weapon for long distance? Turkey killing. Oh, yes. Lots of, turkey blasting with the 7mm for sure. Lots of pronghorn showing up already. Was gonna say I've never seen those. They're not common. They're definitely not common. It's unfortunate that, like, I can't remember who has to pass them in order for them to be used in products, but I'm pretty sure that monk fruit and stevia, I believe there was things that prevent them from being like I think it's like an FDA approval or whatever. I think that they don't meet the requirements for it, even though they're a million times better for you than sugar. It's kind of sad that they make it so that you can't use a lot of those in a ton of products, but they mass pump out all the sugary stuff. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I get it. They end up making more money off of it because of the sugar, but it's just unfortunate. And nothing good yet, Megan. Nothing good yet. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. Alright, later, Braden. Thanks for watching, dude. Is a red bobcat a common? I believe it's a common or an uncommon. It's one of those. I know it's not a rare for sure. Hey, Legendary Kid, I'm doing good. We're just searching for some Rocky Mountain elk at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of products that are made in interesting ways, Duxton. There's definitely a lot of products that are made in very, very odd and interesting ways. That's why I personally always try to get like as many like local products as I can. Like anytime that I get something like a hamburger or something along the lines of that, I always try to get local stuff because I know that it's probably not going to have gone through as much of the processing and things like that that a lot of the store-bought stuff gets. It's so much better to get stuff that's like from around your area. Usually a lot higher quality and better tasting as well too. Oh, I know, Duxton. It's wild, dude. It's wild. It's the same with like sweeteners like I was talking about. Things that are known to be terrible for you, like sugar, like Splenda, like those types of sweeteners, they all get approved like it's nothing. But then things like monk fruit and stevia, they have trouble getting used in some of the bigger products, even though they're better for you. So unfortunate and kind of sad. It's like you can buy those sweeteners off the shelf, but you can't like a lot of the big companies don't use them in their products because they're simply not the cheapest route. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Just killed my first diamond? Nice, dude. That's awesome. Scarecrow's pet turtle. That name, though. How's it going, dude? That name is gold. Got you. I mean, the reason that I say Megan is because it's just easier to say the name that's on screen. It's hard to remember, like, a name that I'm not looking at, you know? So, most likely, anytime that I look at a message in chat, I'm just gonna call the name that I see. Oh, somebody's hunting up here. What? They must have spawned up there and ran down. Interesting. Well, we're not gonna be able to hunt there, then. Nice, Fireball. That's awesome, dude. How's Gerald? He's doing good. He's still just chilling. No, Legendary Kid. This is Silver Ridge Peaks. The waterfowl map is not released yet. But whenever it does get released, I will be playing it for sure. Mountain goat. Definitely not an elk. What's the lowest level class in Medved? I believe class 2. And I believe that would be the musk deer, actually. The musk deer are a class 2 animal. The lynx is a class 3. I think those are the two lowest. I think those are the two lowest on good old Medved. Probably not, Animal Dude. This is the last species that we're going to be hunting because we're actually getting close to the end of the stream. We've only got like 12 minutes left. So hopefully we can bag a rocky elk real quick. I'd like to find a nice rocky elk. The name changes, though. Nice, Blake. That's awesome, dude. You know, sometimes that feels really good, Revive, just to go through and, like, clean out the friends list. I've done that a few times on Steam. Hey, we've got a rocky elk for once. We found it. It may be small, but it's the only one that we've seen today, so we're taking it down. We're gonna take it down. And check everything else in the area as well. Small male. And that is a nice 4. Just lost an 8 mythical piebald gator. Oh no, Rick, that's rough, man. I've sunk a couple diamonds before, so I understand the rough feeling of losing a gator. Definitely not fun, man. Definitely not fun. Do I watch Yellowstone? Is it a TV show or something? If it's a TV show, I've never heard of it. Hey, Pioneer. You didn't really miss anything too interesting. We've just kind of been blasting away at various species. That's actually kind of a strange elk. I didn't realize, like, how tight the rack was. Very interesting one. Kind of cool, though. I mean, if I'm gonna take down a small elk, I might as well be a cool-looking one like that, right? That's kind of cool. I'm happy with that one. Small. Probably small. If I could spot it. Nope, not letting me. Okay, we're gonna go this way then. I ended up getting host? Oh, you're right. I did. Wow. Okay. I guess we could change it to Rocky time then. We'll scan this hilltop real quickly though, because they can be clear up there sometimes. But yeah, we'll probably just change to Rocky Elk time. That's gonna make things a lot easier on us. What lake is this? Let me open up the map again real quickly. Right up here at Two Fawns. Pretty solid spot. Hey, Smash, how's it going? Oh, that's awesome, dude. 2 fly rods. I've only got 1 fly rod, actually. I've never really got super good at fly fishing, so... I've mainly done, like, spin fishing. But I have always wanted to get into fly fishing a little bit more, so maybe one of these days I will. How many diamonds do I have? Roughly like 702 or 703. I can't remember the exact. Oh, nice, dude. That sounds like a really good deal. That sounds like a crazy good deal, actually. Did you get them like a used at a fishing, like a fishing shack or something? Like a fishing store? What rare raccoons have I shot? I've got an albino, a melanistic, and I believe a blonde piebald. I can't remember which piebald I have. I have one of them, but I can't remember the exact one. I think the melanistic is probably my favorite, though. They look so nice. How are they not spooking? Oh, now they are. Okay. Well, that multiplayer doing multiplayer things. Does not surprise me one bit. Oh, nice, Smash. That's really awesome. Dude, I gotta start getting out and looking for garage sales again. See if there's any in the area, because I'm sure I could find some really good stuff at them. It's been years since I've been to a garage sale. Gosh, the fog is so rough. What is this, Tiabaroa? Oh, that's a good one. That's a solid 4. Very nice. Very, very nice. Dino Coop, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. What animal do I wish that Call of the Wild would add? I wish that they would add... Well, there's a few different ones, actually. Pierre David's deer is my #1, though. I want the Pierre David's deer in the game so bad. It's such a cool-looking species. Unfortunately, it's not huntable in most parts of the world, so it's a very rare thing to see in real life. Like, it's a very rare thing to get an opportunity to hunt, but I just think they would be so cool in-game. So I'm hoping that one day we'll get them. That's got to be my #1 most wanted. Looked like a Troll 5 for some reason. It was a little bit smaller than a Troll 5, I think. Oh gosh, that's bigger though. Definitely not a diamond, but closer. That is definitely closer. That is a beautiful rocky elk right there. It honestly never gets so... It never gets old seeing something like a big rocky elk. One of those species that just continues to be exciting whenever I spot a big one. Dino Coop, thank you for another super chat. Really appreciate it, dude. Super generous of you. Yeah, Marco Polo sheep would be cool as well. I think some other options I'd like to see is I'd like to see the Coos deer. I'd like to see the Sitka blacktail deer. And the Barasinga would be cool as well. Barasinga would be very awesome. And also the Watusi cattle is another one that I've really wanted to see. Watusi cattle are ridiculous looking. Me too, Johnny. They always trick me as well, because they look so close to the diamonds. I think really the only difference is main beam length and maybe missing a tine. Yeah, a troll is anything that is max level but doesn't make diamonds. So if I find a level 5 elk and it scores gold, that's a troll. Not bad, 410. Solid. Plastic diamond. Yeah, doll sheep are another one that I like. Definitely. Dino Coop, thank you for another super chat. Alright, last one for now. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I was saying, super generous of you. I always appreciate the super chats since they're one of those things that's not required. Really do appreciate it, man. Very generous of you. Ooh, 86 to 105. That is a thick boy mountain lion. Probably a 7, knowing my luck. Probably just a 7. Yeah, squirrel would be great as well. I do want to see an albino squirrel in my lodge. Any kind of grouse on Silver Ridge. I would love to see a bird species on this map. You know, I have regarded this map as like the perfect map for a very long time. But now that I think of it, it's not quite perfect because we don't actually have a bird species. It's the closest thing we have to a perfect map, but you're right, a bird species would make it a lot better. You know, with this bird rework, I wouldn't put it past them to eventually add a bird species here on SRP. Especially since it seems like bird species don't hamper performance as much. I mean, we've got like 19 species on the new map, so it must just be easier to do birds. I could totally see them adding a bird species to this map. That could be cool. I mean, they do have turkey, but I'm talking more of like upland game or waterfowl. Like, you guys know what I mean, like something like a ptarmigan or a grouse or a duck or a goose. You know, something like that. Wish it would add pintails and wood ducks. Me too, dude. Me too. Northern pintails and wood ducks would be great. Definitely frag. I mean, this next map is going to fix that issue, thankfully. But it would still be nice to see some of those new species added to these older maps. Oh, look how uneven this guy was. That is a super uneven boy. Wow, yeah, quite a bit of a difference in the scores. This guy would have been in the 450s if it had been even. Might have even been a level 5 then. Alright, well anyway guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. I really appreciate everybody stopping by though. That was a fun stream. A lot of cool trophies going down. Almost got a diamond water buffalo, but it was slightly off sadly. One of these days we'll get one of those mythical diamonds. Eventually we will. But sadly today was not the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with another stream tomorrow. And until then, I will see you all in the next one. Peace!